Welcome to the CWC podcast with your hosts, David Selby, Andy Horton, and Savannah Smith.
All right, well, let's. So before we get into today's show, we want to thank our sponsor, B&R Western Store. You know them from all the Chuckwagon races. It's Jesse and Roxanne Wright. They have a pop-up booth or a trailer at all the races. They think that they're going to make like every race this year, potentially might miss one or two races, but you can expect to see them at all the races, definitely all the ACWRA sanctioned races. And they said they're going to be at these new Southeastern races as well. They do repairs and retail. They do bits, bridles, head stalls, race harnesses, tack, check lines, breast collars, saddle pads, you name it, they do it. And if you break something, just go see them while you're there. They will fix it overnight. They will have you ready the next morning. And you know what? They even provided me a flatbed truck for Troy, who was helping me shoot at the Alamo, Tennessee race. So thank you to B&R Western Store for sponsoring the show, and make sure you guys go see them this weekend at Tuscumbia, Alabama. Welcome back to the CWC podcast, your home for the latest news, rumors, and updates in the sport of Chuckwagon racing. I'm your host, David Selby, and I'm joined by my co-host today, Savannah Smith, and this marks our 95th episode. But building off of last week, it's only the 8th show since I last shaved my beard. So after looking at pictures on my phone, I can say that with certainty because I got curious to know what kind of progress I've been making on this thing. Today, on today's show, we're going to talk about Building Spain, the premiere from this last weekend, as well as the point standings going into this weekend's race in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Who's starting season where, and how things could shake out. There's a lot to look forward to. But before we get into that, make sure you go to chuckwagonchannel.com, subscribe, relive the ride. It's $11 a month. Or $99 a year. I need a jingle for this, I think. We just released episode 6 of the Great Wagon Race, Big Mules Up the Hill, and we've just got one left. So make sure you get over there, stream all 6 of the first 6 episodes, and then the finale this weekend. We'll be in Alabama when it pops off out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully people don't just stay home, and hopefully they still go to the race. But Andy is in Oklahoma. He's got the BBR Worlds in Oklahoma City, one of the biggest events for him during the year. He's going to be there through Sunday, so he couldn't be on the show today. A quick happy birthday to Stephen Urban. He will be racing this weekend at Alabama.
I have my diesel donkeys image right here.
Throwing the love. Is that like a decal or like what is that? Do you need to put it on something?
It is an iron-on transfer thing for clothing. And I remember last year when he gave it to me, I was like, this is so cool. I don't know that, if I only have one, I don't know that I can put it on a shirt. I want it as a display. Yeah. So at Clinton, he brought me a second one. So now I have one to go on a shirt. Then I've got the one that can stay here by my desk.
Okay.
Very nice of him. We're representing.
Little DIY heat transfer thing. That's cool. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Stephen Urban, and good luck this weekend. Friday morning, Savannah and I will embark on our adventure all the way over to Tuscumbia at the Frontier Days, Seven Springs Lodge. Last year was a good turnout. Last year, they had a lot of weather leading up to the weekend, and I'm expecting big things this year. I think it's going to be a great turnout.
Well, speaking of weather, I hope you guys have put in an order for the association rain jackets because you might need it this weekend. Right now, unless the forecast changes, we've got PM showers on Friday during the rodeo. We've got thunderstorms Saturday and scattered thunderstorms on Sunday. And we're just hoping that it either pushes itself to the right, holds off till after we're all home, or it speeds up and it's in and out by the time we get there Friday.
Yeah, something tells me it's all going to work out. I wish Justin Reed was here so he could give us the in-depth analysis of what's going to actually happen because we're recording this on a Monday, and so we won't have a for sure look at this until we get closer to the weekend, but I'm sure we'll all be doing the same thing, looking at the weather, and we are going to have trash bags ready to cover our cameras.
I was going to say, how many times have you been like, it's all going to work out, we're not going to get rain, and then it's just been a torrential downpour. You need to knock on your desk, knock on some wood.
I know. It's happened to me enough times that I don't get upset anymore. Like if it rains, I'm just like, hey, it's raining, let's go. It's all good. You just go with the flow. That's what else are you going to do? So
I think it's more of a pain point for our event host where they're like, man,
oh yeah,
we just need people that aren't as dedicated as we are to come out and enjoy. And we all cross our fingers for them.
yeah. You hate it when people listen to the weather almost too much. Like if they let it scare them out of going to an event. But like a Chuckwagon race, just go. Like you're gonna see some good stuff. You're gonna see some if it is wet, you're gonna see some slipping and sliding. And I mean, the only way they're not gonna be racing is if there's lightning, actually lightning. And as soon as the lightning's done, they're gonna be out there racing. So the track there does just fine. It's kind of like on a hill and everything. It holds up really good. So I'm not worried about it. But yeah, hey, we had a premiere for Building Spain this weekend for us today. It was yesterday. It was last night, 7 p.m. That premiered on the Cowboy channel, and a lot of nice texts and messages and a friendly call from Josh and Jordan Spain last night. It sounds like everybody was really happy with that, and we'll be looking forward to the next one. But yeah, we've been working really hard over this last year to bring that show to life. And if you didn't have an opportunity to watch it, go over and watch it on demand. It's good to go. Go to Cowboy channel or go to Cowboy Plus. Just download that app onto your phone or download it onto your smart TV and create an account. It's very much like the Chuckwagon channel. You can do a monthly or a yearly subscription with them, and you can watch all the content, and you could cancel at any time if you choose to. So you're not like locked into anything. For those of you that grew up in the ages of like cable contracts, that you're like, 2 years, really? I gotta do this for 2 years to get like half price the first year, and then you're just like stuck with it. That's not how it is. Go sign up for a month, try it out. If you don't like it, you can leave. If you like it, stick around, do the yearly. So yeah, we got some ACWRA point standings we're gonna get into now.
We do. So far, we've got one race on the books. This next race, this is going to be the first time that we see teams getting added that have not already been put on the books. And then a little bit of a change up in the way that the points are going to stack up. So far, we've got one race on the books. After this weekend, we're going to start seeing teams being added and points change. This is the first opportunity for the stack up of points to shift around or to make up for a mishap. Up first, we've got Big Horse Rubber Tire with Bad Luck and Trouble, leading with 15 points after taking first place in Alamo, Tennessee a few weeks ago, and then Freight Train leading second with 14 points. BS Racing and Trump Train are both holding 5 after some outrider troubles in that first race, so they're going to be looking to make up some points here. I really bet they are missing Kaylee Rice right now.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. Ain't Scared is holding no points at the moment, so they'll be really itching to get on the board here. Austin Pruitt has made some leaps and bounds over the last few years, starting out in the youth division in both wagon teams and as an outrider. We saw him run neck and neck with Mackay Stamp Sunday in Tennessee, and he's now made his way up into the adult division as a cook. I'm pretty sure he's cooked some last season, but now I believe this season is going to be a full run from start to finish.
Moving on up. How about the 46-inch mules? We've got 8 teams running as of right now. This is all as of Monday's slate that we've seen. Everybody who raced at Buck Creek made a qualifying time, so we got 5 teams on the board. We'll be looking to add Ain't Scared, Trump Train number 2, and Hell's Bells into the mix. Right now, we're looking at Hickory Plains Outlaws has first place with the 15 points. Ain't This a Mess is in second, and Whiskey Ridge is in third. HPO, help me out there. Hickory Plains Outlaws, that's right. We do acronyms to save words. But Hickory Plains Outlaws, you know what, guys? Use it. Use that HPO. I kind of like it. It sounds cool. It's a lot less syllables to have to push out of my mouth. HPO. It's kind of like water, H2O, but it's a team. All right,
it
HPO is a
team. Of HBO. The streaming service HBO.
Mm-hmm. Only ever got to watch that when I was in a hotel because we did not pay for HBO. My parents did not pay for HBO. How did we get to HBO? Anyways, HBO, we're looking at them. They're a team that regularly are going to see one of those top 3 places, if not taken home first. So they are going to be a team to beat, but we cannot ignore Ain't Scared, our 2025 46-inch mule state champions. They have been known consistently to place second.
They have. I was actually looking at their scores from 2025, and they were throwing 14s pretty regularly. Heading into 46-inch ponies, we've got another full slate here with B&B Farms, Too Stupid to Stop, and Mama's Gone Wild added to the mix. Derek Hands is holding first with point standings, and this is a strong team as well. Ain't Scared holding second, Mama Said Go in third. They're not entered into Tuscumbia, so this could easily be an upseat. Last year, we saw the Outlaws take home the state championship title, but they had a rough start in Tennessee, so they're going to need to score a qualified run this weekend, which should be no problem for them if they can get across the line.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see some of these teams right now that, maybe they did put up 5 or maybe they had to miss the first race or whatever. It's going to be an interesting year with like 5, I think, of the 9 races being outside of the state of Arkansas. So there's going to be some travel involved. And off the top of my head, I can't remember if there is any kind of mulligan at all involved with that. I want to say that there wasn't this year.
I want to say no. I want to say Nancy said that there would not be a mulligan this year. But
Which I like. Generally speaking, I like that. Last year they had to add one because of the weather. So I guess heaven forbid the weather just really screws things up this year again. But maybe that ends up becoming a factor. But they try to work with everybody. But this year you got to be dedicated, and I think it's going. Like, I just don't think we know anything after week 1 other than hey, this team looked good in week 1. But I don't think we can hang our hats on anything. So in the 52-inch mules, 9 teams entered as of now with Locked Up Livestock, Wide Ass Open, number 2, joining the board. Mount Vernon Mulemen are holding first place down, and Trump Train number 1 is in second. Hickory Plains Outlaws, they're in third. They are not running this weekend, though. So could see some things kind of shuffle around.
And it's interesting to see, they're running in one division but not popping over in 52-inch mules. But like we've said before, they are pretty strong competitors in nearly every division that they decide to compete in. 52-inch ponies, we've got 13 teams scheduled to run. Right now, Derek Hands is holding first place in point standings, Freight Train second, and Trump Train in third. We're going to see D&D Farms number 1 and number 2, B&B Farms number 1 and number 2, little bit of B&B and Diamond KC join our scoreboard. Man, you can tell we're just a little bit closer to Indiana than we were at the last race.
Yeah, no, it'll be great to see B&B and the whole crew there. Those guys, they're just a fun group. And actually, it's perfect because I need to catch up with them anyways. I feel like it's been so long, and they've got a race coming up in July up there at the B&B Farms race in Indiana, or as I call it, the Amish race. It should be a good time. The buckboard. So Keystone Express is added. That's going to be a mother-daughter team with Amanda and Maddie Johnson. They ended last year in 5th place overall with 4 missed races. So what do you think there? That could turn into something. It'll be interesting to see how they make it out this year, especially knowing that they could be competing in more races. And if they're traveling with the Desperados crew like normal. Right now, our standings are Full House with 15 points, Full Throttle Loca 14. That was a good one to watch at the last race. Raring to Go's got 13. Rockin' Rhino and Shooting Blanks each have 5. Looks like Full Throttle, Full House, Raring to Go, Keystone Express are running this weekend, with Rockin' Rhino and Shooting Blanks potentially falling behind.
And we say falling behind loosely because this is, second out of up 10 billion races we'll have this season. So we're going to see things changing more than likely all the way up to the last race. And I say that, but then, we see Full Throttle Loca and Full House neck and neck with each other all the way through the year. There's a good chance that they'll be sitting 1 and 2, and everything after that's what's shifting along.
Yeah, those guys. Hey, those guys need to just chill out, okay? Because
try telling them that.
They are hurting the buckboard division. People are scared to come into this division, you guys. Okay,
you're too good. You're too fast.
You're beating everybody too much. You need to sit a couple out. Maybe let the field even out, and then come back in and destroy.
Bless. All right, big mules. Point standings pre-Tuscumbia. We've got Bad Bougie and Wide Open in first. Too Stupid to Stop in second. Diesel Donkeys in third. 8 out of the 9 teams that ran at Buck Creek walked away with points on the board, with the Outlaws being a surprising exception. As of Monday, April 20th, Too Stupid to Stop will not be running and risk losing that second place spot as of now. 4 teams have been added to the points board. That's going to be Gunner Strong, Bardi Chicken Ranch, Bama Mule Skinners, and Desperados number 2. We're going to see Desperados running quite a bit more this season since Jason Reynolds is now holding a board position, and they're going to be traveling regardless. I can also see them using that as an opportunity to really continue honing in their mules team leading up to Clinton this year. This is going to shake things up a little bit. Big Mules is one of our most competitive divisions, and we're really going to see those top 3 move around quite a bit all the way up to November.
Yeah. Another one that's tough to travel, the Classic. I mean, it's what everybody wants to see, but I mean, when you're traveling, it is so hard to pack these. It's like, putting another vehicle onto the back of your trailer. We've got 3 teams in the standings. One strong qualified time with raring to go, holding first place, 15 points. Drops down to BS Racing with a 5. White Ass Open doesn't have a score. BS Racing, one of those you didn't expect to come out with a 5 at the first race of the year, but it keeps that door wide open, especially because I think that they're gonna pick up some ground. I mean, they're running fast, and so they want to be contenders. They've said many times that they want to win the state championship in the Classic. So this weekend we'll have BS Racing, B&B Farms, and raring to go. And with B&B there, that's going to make for a good heat. I didn't see the matchups. I didn't see who's across from who yet. That could change, but I'd love to see BS Racing and B&B Farms. BS
that would
Racing,
be a good race.
Yes, and BS Racing going to be looking to get their Outrider stuff going again. B&B Farms, what a fast team. I mean, they always show up with great stock, and I assume we'll see Gerald and, oh goodness, we'll see probably Andre Frelix and Don Kaler. I mean, who knows who's going to be driving and cooking and all that stuff, but there's a chance they could wind up in first, especially if raring to go doesn't turn the barrel. That wraps up our point standings for today. Comment below. Let us know if you guys have any thoughts on who's going to finish first this weekend, or if you want to do some smack talk, that's fine too. Just make sure you do at Gerald Burkhalter or at Andrea Frelix. Before we get into the next segment here, we want to just go ahead and give the floor to our sponsor, Roxanne Wright, with the B&R Western Store.
I'm standing here in front of my booth, the B&R Western Store. I offer harness, race harness, working harness. I also have a good line of working tack and saddles. And we also offer on-site repairs for anything, and along with hardware for the racers. When you come to our booth, we may bombard you with a handful of questions. I mean, it may be like, are you looking for harness? And if you're looking for harness, we want the perfect fit for your horses or your ponies or even your mules. You may get bombarded with a handful of questions, but it's only because I'm looking out for your partner that's fixing to hook to your wagon, and I want to keep them happy and healthy. You can find me, Roxanne Wright, in the B&R Western Store on Facebook or at the next ACWRA Chuckwagon race.
Awesome. Thanks, Roxanne. We are excited to see those guys this weekend. It's awesome to know that we've got a vendor that's basically making all the effort to get to all of these races and just be available. I don't know, maybe I haven't been as attached as I should be maybe to like what's happening in that vendor realm, but just knowing that they're going to be at all the races, I mean, that has to bring some peace of mind to the racers to know like, oh man, I need this thing before this weekend. I'm not going to be able to get over to the store and get it, but at least we know that those guys are there. At least I know I'm going to have some help if we break down. I mean, those guys do everything. So definitely make sure, if nothing else, go over and say hi to Roxanne and Jesse, and just tell them, give them a pat on the back and tell them they're doing a great job. It's exciting to have somebody that's that dedicated to making all these races. Okay. So, little bit of a change in our plans this week. Rather than have a guest on the show, we've decided we're just going to start calling people to make sure that they're all ready for this weekend's race. And so we're just going to go ahead and start dialing a few people and put them on speakerphone. We're going to try Andrea Frelix first. B&B Farms. She won't be able to hear you though. She's like, oh, it's David Selby. I'm not picking that up. Chuckwagon channel. I don't take their calls anymore.
I'm actually looking at a picture of B&B Farms
This is
classic
Audrey. I can't
wagons.
come to the phone right now, but if you'll leave your name
Believe
number
it.
and a brief message, I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thank you.
Boo.
Hi, Andrea. It's David Selby at the Chuckwagon channel. We're actually on the air right now, and so I guess to leave you a number would probably be inappropriate, but if you just go over to the chuckwagonchannel.com and subscribe and relive the ride, it's $9.90. I screwed this up. Andrea, just call me back, okay? Disappointed. I know you have caller ID, and I know you saw me calling you, so just call me back. I wasn't ready for that. All right, so
let's hit Trump Train and ask them how they're feeling about not having Kaylee as an outrider after this first season. We're just gonna hit him right in the soft spot.
Here, I'll hit Danny Wilson up. Danny Wilson would never not take my call. Founder. Trump Train. He usually gets to it by the second ring when I call.
You're special.
Must be serious what he's doing right now.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
He's probably
I wonder if
probably digging a hole or something out there.
If I call
Trent's.
Trent, if he'll answer me since I never call.
Yeah, you should totally call Trent. He would appreciate that. I talked to him the other day.
I don't know what to say when he answers though. Aside from, you missing Kaylee yet? If nobody answers, we're going to get like 7 returned calls later.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Wow.
might
The
be-
person you're trying
we
to
might-
reach is not available.
We might be dropping this segment pretty quickly.
Message. When you have finished recording.
Nobody wants to talk to us. But we
Okay, let's
are
see.
also calling like right at the very end of a workday.
Right, they're like
We'll give them that.
they're like, this is not the time. Okay, who else could we call? You know who would pick up for sure?
Who?
Janet Priscilla. Full Throttle Loca. She'll say, yes, sir. She'll say, yes, sir. Okay. If this doesn't work, we're just going to call my mom. I'm thinking if I keep up with what I'm doing, I'll just be like Santa Claus, big white beard. That's going to be my retirement backup plan. Just gain a bunch of weight and become world's best Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stuff like this you figure out when you have a beard.
So, scrolling through Facebook early this morning while I was waking up and, letting Badger meander around outside. And someone had made a post about, in one of these Missouri community pages, and it showed a picture of the Wyatt Earp statue in Lamar,
Oh, yeah.
the square of Lamar. And I went in a little historical rabbit hole. Because, we like Wyatt Earp, at least the Western movies. My dad's a real big Western history nut.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea that Wyatt Earp was the constable of Lamar, Missouri, and his first wife is buried there.
Yeah. There was also like a president from Lamar, Missouri was Harry S. Truman. Yeah. They're
Oh, yeah. That explains it because there's the Harriet S. Truman Reservoir somewhere around here.
yeah, no, big time down there. 5,000 people living down there in Lamar. All right, we're getting a call back from Janet Priscilla. Welcome to the CWC podcast. You're on the air live right now, Janet Priscilla.
I don't believe that, but
Yeah.
okay.
No, you are. You are. Hey,
Hey,
you're on speakerphone, and we called you out of the blue, and you called me back. I almost said she'll definitely get back to me in the next 5 minutes, but I didn't want to roll the dice too hard. But you are being recorded live on the air, so make sure you've got your voice makeup on and your voice hair done. And we didn't want you to have any time to prepare. So
okay.
unlike
Well,
this
I'm working
weekend,
ponies, so that's fine. Go ahead. You might hear me cuss at a pony or something, but
typical day in the life of Jana Priscilla Smith, everybody. Jana Smith, Priscilla Smith Peaches.
Yes, that sounds great.
They have a
Priscilla
plaque.
Smith
They have
peaches.
a plaque. What does the plaque
Yes.
say? I'm trying to remember. It was
Peaches. Oh man, it's in the house.
yeah, it's
Oh,
like
dear.
I didn't get them a Smith family plaque. I got them a Peaches family plaque
Yes.
for their
yeah,
wedding.
I love
was-
that.
That was great.
So so yeah, how's everything looking? Gearing up for this weekend?
Well, if the weather behaves, we'll be happy. But the weather doesn't look very promising. But
Yeah.
we're still working ponies and getting ready.
Yeah. It depends on where you look almost. Like it's Monday, so we've got a couple days to see what happens, but
Yes, sir.
like I looked at the Google weather and it said that it would basically stop raining by like 11-ish on Saturday from that one, but it says different things in different places. So it'd just be nice to be out there and not be getting dumped on, even if it's a little soggy.
Yes, sir. That is the truth. But
I mean,
mud is racing, so
It's true. And you
rain
actually
and mud is racing.
and you've been known to run well. Your ponies run well in the mud.
Usually they do, but yeah, there's always that one time where they might not. But usually they do. Possum's built for the mud. Usually.
Mm-hmm. Has he fully recovered? How's everything after last year? Is he looking good?
He's looking good. Yes, sir. He is. He's got a little scar, but other than that, we're gonna bubble wrap him going to the track at Clinton, so that way that doesn't happen again.
Bubble wrap him. That'd be just fine. Well, he's a crowd favorite for sure. So as far as this weekend goes, talk about that track just a little bit. We had Jeff Clark on last week, and he obviously is familiar with the track, but for someone that's out there driving the track, especially maybe in like the buckboard division, running ponies, what are like the key spots on that track that stick out to you?
Well, when you take off, the starting barrels are there by the announcer stand and the stage. Out.
Okay.
Easy. Sorry. Like I said, I'm working ponies. And you got that first curve. It's a little slick sometimes. If it's a little wet, especially for your outriders.
Mm-hmm.
Then that back stretch, you have a dip back there. So you kind of go down and come back up, and then you're moving pretty fast and you get that hill.
Yeah, it's like everybody gets to be running big mules up the hill for just a minute.
Just a second. Yes, sir. And then it kind of, some of them, if you watch, you can tell which ones are in shape and which ones are not. But after you kind of come off to go to that finish line, you kind of drop back down again.
So when you're
So you
when
pick
you're
up speed,
racing,
yeah.
so you're preparing for a certain track this weekend. Does that change anything the way that you prepare, knowing that this weekend has a hill?
Yes, sir. Whoa, easy. Yes, sir. Actually, yeah, we try to work a little bit more hills to get that air, but it's still, I think it kind of depends on the climate too. If it's hot or cool, because that air going into them, makes a difference too. And rain and mud, so it kind of depends on the climate too. But yes, I train a little bit different for Alabama. I wish I had time to swim, but the weather has not allowed me to do that. So,
well, where we live in Missouri, you could basically just you could swim just about anywhere right now. We've had so much rain.
Well, we have not, so it's real dry.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we've gotten so much rain. It's been crazy. But so you're feeling good about the hill this weekend, and then I guess you kind of finish that track with a little bit of a downhill, which also makes things interesting because there's just enough room there for like some pretty exciting finishes coming down that hill.
It does, because someone can push by you at the last minute if you've kind of slowed down a little bit with that hill. And so even if you're on the outside, that downward slope coming to the finish line might push you a little bit extra right past that other team.
Right on. Well,
on that gas your ponies have, or your horses or your mules.
Well, give me the quick 10-second spiel on your health products that you've been pushing. Anything working for you right now?
Oh, yes, sir. CEP, Complete Equine Performance. I live by those products, and you can tell by looking at my equine partners. They usually look good, feel good, and do good. So, and I've got several people that, buy some of the product, and they keep coming back for more. So evidently it's working for them too.
That's awesome. Well, thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
thanks for getting on here impromptu with us. Thanks for calling me back.
Yes, sir.
We are excited to see you this weekend. We know you've got a point to make up on Full House, and we're expecting you to get that back on the hill this weekend, okay?
Hey, you just never know about us too. Yeah, you never know which one of us is gonna get it that weekend, because we ain't had the other ones come in yet. There's Cameron and Brent, B&B, but they're not bringing any butt boards. So they're just bringing, I think, classic and 46 and 52 rubber tire. So, but yeah, you just never know which one that we take turns. So I guess actually it's my turn, but we'll see. Depends on these ponies and what they decide to do.
Hey, and you might get a little bit of mud to run in, which is just fine for you.
Yeah, well, I'll see. Well, Possum's actually got a messed up foot, so I won't be mad at him if he doesn't. He got an abscess, and it blew out, but it blew out all the way through his foot, so he's got a pretty good hole. Man. So if he doesn't do great, I'm not gonna be mad at him. Okay. But yeah, I got him right now. He's looking at me like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever you want, Mom.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited to see you this weekend, and thanks for getting back to us.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for putting me on the spot. I kind of like that. That's how we all want to be put on the spot.
Yeah. Well, hey, this was great. We should just do this every week.
Yeah, I think you should do that to people. Catch them off guard. That's great. You get honest answers that way, I would assume. And good job on the Great Wagon Race. And I'm going to try to watch Building Spain tonight. I didn't get to last night. So
okay. All right. Well, I wonder what will happen at the end in the finale of Great Wagon Race Season 3 in the buckboard. Well, who knows?
I don't know, but I know I got a phone call. Well, I actually got a text message from Amanda Howard. She said, WTH, where was the buckboard? I was like, I guess he says that for next time.
Hey, we saved a little bit of good stuff for the last episode, so.
Well, Possum says he likes his airtime.
Oh.
He appreciates that. So.
Right on. Well, hey, we're excited to see you this weekend, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, and stay safe, and we'll see you on the track.
All right. See ya.
Yes, sir. Bye.
This Smith Peaches right there. Good stuff. I wonder who else we could call. One more if we did anything. We called Dapple. Okay, so our impromptu phone calls, we hit gold on the one that mattered the most, Jana Priscilla. And if
a fan favorite.
If this weekend goes anything like the phone calls, we know that Jana may pull ahead of Brad. So just everybody watch out, and let's hope that the weather's good. But again, before we get off here, thank you for joining us, first of all. But make sure you get over and you see our sponsors, Roxanne and Jesse Wright, at the B&R Western Store this weekend at Tuscumbia, Alabama. They will be helping the Chuckwagon racers with retail and repairs all season long. Next week, make sure you tune in. We're going to have Molly Howard on the show as our guest to talk about the new 2026 Outlaw race, Slingin' Wheels. So that's going to be in Sparta, Missouri, and we are excited to hear about another new race that popped up. So don't forget to subscribe and relive the ride at chuckwagonchannel.com, and we will see you out on the track.
Thanks for listening to the CWC podcast.